What's going on, Aries? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for October 31st through November 6th, 2022. So, in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding the upcoming week, the 31st through the 6th of November. So before we begin this reading, though, I would like to take a moment, Aries, to let you know, as always, that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Aries, definitely smash that like button and subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here. So, without further ado, Aries, I am going to pull the energy and we'll see what wants to come through for you, Aries. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides for overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. All right, Aries, let's lay out these cards and see what's going on. The first thing that is coming to my head is that whatever you have going on, you're going through a rite of passage, all right? So basically, you are exiting one phase of your life and you're moving into a completely new phase, a completely new area of uncharted waters, and it's a very exciting time for you, Aries. It could be a lot of like fear of the unknown right now, but I'm telling you, I get good energy from this week and just where your life is going in general, Aries. So let's start off with your opportunity here for the 31st of October through the 6th of November is the Eight of Pentacles, all right? The Eight of Pentacles is all about productivity, so definitely don't be afraid to put a lot of time into your career or the way that you make money or whatever you're passionate about. They say that there's a quote, I'm trying to butcher it in my head, Aries, but compound impact or compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, where if you can double your energy, if you can focus more of your energy into one thing, something that you're good at, whatever you do for work, I really feel like it will provide you dividends if you can just kind of like double down on something instead of spreading your energy thin when it comes to work. Especially as well, like whatever you have going on right now, Aries, if it seems scary or it's challenging you, like your current life situation, it's all for you the opportunity is for you to work on yourself. Like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Aries. And as a leader, you're gonna be put to the fire so that you can, it's like if you're gonna go out onto a boat, if you're gonna go out onto a boat and into the ocean with a captain, do you want to go with a captain who's never had a storm, or do you want to go through to one who's been through like 5? And you might be going through a storm, but it's a necessary storm for the legacy of your life as an Aries right now, all right? It's very important that you hone the skills, you don't let it shake you, and you realize this is just a challenge on my journey, okay? Then you have the Page of Cups here in your challenge, so I do feel like you're taking life very seriously at the moment, right? The Page of Cups, Aries, is someone who is very hard to categorize. They're kind of an enigma, and people secretly crave enigmas. But the Page of Cups here, definitely your challenge is to be a little bit loosey-goosey. At the same time, remaining vigilant, remaining dedicated to your work and understanding you're going through a rite of passage. Also, you don't want to take life too seriously, right? You don't want to build up weird energy around you. It's always best to just, they say life is a tragedy to those who feel and a comedy to those who think. And I don't know why that's popping up, but just realize like, yeah, definitely like take life a little bit less seriously at the moment. It will help you. And then we move here, Aries, to your overall general energy. I definitely like it. All right. You have the Four of Wands. You have the Hanged Man. You also have the King of Wands here, Aries, right? The Four of Wands for me is the 1111 frequency. It is a portal. It is showing you that you are in alignment, okay? Some of you may be saying goodbye to a certain group of people in your life, and you're going to be moving into a whole new set of social circumstances. So surrender to this, right? The Hanged Man is all about surrendering to the experience. It's also could be a little bit of challenging you to look at something from a different perspective, an enlightening experience. And you have the King of Wands here. King of Wands, very passionate. I feel like although it's a scary time, it's like you're completely ready for the new. Like the Hanged Man for this week is you're open. And I like that energy of openness. That's where good things happen. So I don't really see you stressing too much, but there's a lot of changes. So and we're going to have to clarify to really get the details, but let's go here to Aries, what you don't see coming for this week. You have the Knight of Wands, you have the Temperance card, and you also have the Hermit. So a lot of you, I'm just intuitively getting, you could be traveling on your own, or you could be going on some sort of solo adventure that eventually leads to harmony with other people and also more of a moderate lifestyle here, Aries. Like, the Knight of Wands here to the Hermit, I don't know why I'm getting you going on some sort of solo adventure that eventually leads to more connection, or even I'm getting like new love. A soulmate's coming. If you're single right now, Aries, and I really feel like you're going to be in a relationship, but first you have to like be on your own, or you have to go through a period of like, we're in the eclipse right now, right? So it's like a lot of intense energy you might be feeling by yourself, but what you don't see coming, a lot of good changes in your life, right? Like the Temperance card, you see the angel, so you are protected. That's very crucial. You understand that. As you go, Aries, on this, what you don't see coming, this individual journey or adventure that you're going to be going on, you are protected by angelic forces or whatever you believe in, right? But you're protected in some sort of way. We're definitely not alone out here in this reality. But then we move here to the advice from your spirit guides, Aries. And it's definitely about that watery opening of the heart and a new beginning in love. Whether this is loving yourself for some of you, but you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Two of Cups, and you also have the Nine of Cups here, Aries, in the advice from your spirit guide. So if there is an opportunity for love for you to be with someone right now, I definitely feel spirit is calling you. There's a soulmate waiting for you. But I don't know why. Like I'm kind of getting that you're right now you're exiting a certain parallel reality, like a phase that's been going on for a very long time. A chapter of your life, so let's say your life is divided into like 12 chapters. Right now a chapter is closing and another one's beginning, and so I kind of feel that in this new chapter you are overdue for a fun-loving relationship, but only if your challenge is the Page of Cups. So there could be a relationship on the horizon for you that you view as you see how this page is kind of offering a fish as to love. So some of you might have love on the table like right now, but you may view it as like a little bit of immature, or it's like I'm not really going for that because it's like this person doesn't have a lot to offer me. But listen, I don't know. I just feel like you're really having a lot of good things coming your way this week, and this week sets up the rest of the year for you. It really does. And I think a lot of you are going to be making big changes this week. If you're not like physically traveling, Aries, by yourself, you're going to be like mentally or emotionally traveling, spiritually, astral traveling by yourself. There's something about like learning how to stand on your own 2 feet and basically making a community here, Aries. All right. So just be aware of that. I'm getting it's going to feel lonely, but you know that it's for your highest good, whatever these changes are. So let's go ahead and see why the Eight of Pentacles is here for you, Aries, in your opportunity. right? Let's see why it's here. Basically, I just feel like the challenges you're going through is like, it's making you stronger right now, Aries. It's exactly what you need. But let's see why it's here. You know, like pressure creates diamonds. I do feel like there's a lot of pressure on you, but if you can just surrender it and know that it's part of the plan of your life, then you'll be fine. All right. But let's see why it's here. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in your opportunity is clarified by the Eight of Swords, by the Six of Cups, and also by the Seven of Pentacles. So the Eight of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles in your opportunity. All right. I definitely do feel that there's some level of stuckness that you're feeling right now. Like you're stuck in some sort of potentially unwanted situation, but ultimately I do feel that it's for your highest good. The Six of Cups is here. You could be saying goodbye to people from your past, or you could have a past life relationship that's about to come into your life, as long as you stay on this path of keeping your mind right, keeping your vibration high. Because there's part of you that doesn't want to be stuck in the situation that you're in, but ultimately, I don't know, if there could be like children involved in here. There could be something about like you're stuck and you have to work because you're providing for children, or you're doing this for something bigger than yourself here, Aries. Like, so just be aware of that. Like, some of you could feel like you're trapped doing like in work, but I feel like it's something good. I don't know. All right, let's see why the Page of Cups is here in your challenge, Aries. Why is the Page of Cups here in your challenge? Let's see. Why is the Page of Cups here in your challenge? All right. Yeah. One more. The Page of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the King of Wands, and also the Ten of Cups here in your challenge, Aries. All right. So with this energy, the King of Wands is also here in your overall general energy, and you have the Ten of Cups here, Aries. So that's definitely your energy, the King of Wands. I really feel like there's something about like, all right, and this is interesting because the opportunity didn't really I wasn't really connecting to it, right? The opportunity, the Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Right now, it's like you are doing the dirty work for some sort of future foundation that involves other people. So in other words, if you're an Aries that feels alone right now, you're going through a rite of passage that is going to secure your children's future. Whether you have children right now, you're going to be in a better place to support them, or you want children in the future. You're bearing responsibility in a very noble way. All right, like the Ten of Wands here is coming through not as something that you necessarily have to run away from, but more so something that it's like you don't want to end up as Peter Pan, Aries. And basically what I'm telling you is that the meaning of life can be found in taking on a lot of responsibility for other people, even if it's hard. Because what is the contrary is like the pleasure-seeking Peter Pan, the story of Peter Pan, where you remain in an arrested state of development your whole life and you don't take on responsibility like to create this future. You don't go on the hero's journey because you're just trying to seek pleasure and make yourself as comfortable as possible. But what I'm telling you is that right now, there's something in your life about a challenge of taking on more responsibility, becoming more mature and independent, so that then you can like you can be some sort of leader in a group that you worked for. So listen, if it's your reading, you'll know that it's your reading, but basically that's what I'm getting, Aries. So it's like, if you feel lonely right now, you have to realize that the universe is like readjusting your course so that you can have a lot of connection with other people. But it's, yeah, all right. So just bear with me. Let's go ahead and see why is the Hanged Man here in your, what are we at? Are we really already at 18 minutes? No way. Let's see why the Hanged Man is here, Aries, for you, in your overall general energy. Let's see. Why is the Hanged Man for you here, Aries, in your overall general energy? These cards are messing with me right now, Aries. All right, one popped out. It's the Fool. All right, so I feel like it's surrendering to the new in your life, surrendering to a new physical journey that you're about to go on. Like I said, you're about to enter into a new chapter of your life, like I said. So it's just about surrendering to that and not being, not holding on to any idea of how your life should look like. The main thing that's coming through is like the universe has a plan for you. Whether you believe it or not, I feel that it's the objective truth right now. And you just have to surrender to the new here, Aries, being your unique self. I see you being a leader. The King of Wands here has come out twice. It's also in your challenge. So there could, like, yeah, okay. The King of Wands here, you see how the Page of Cups turns into the King of Wands. I feel like this is a maturity in your own self here, Aries. Like, this is you going from the Page of Cups frequency to the King of Wands frequency. Make it the Queen of Wands if you're more feminine, obviously. Or the King of Wands. Like, you can like, we're all in a mix of masculine and feminine traits. And that all leads to new love here, Aries, a maturity. So just be aware of that. Like, I feel there's something about like the 6 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. There's something about obscurity precedes notoriety, right? And like notoriety within your own family. It doesn't have to be with other people or whatever. But yeah, I feel like you're in alignment. I feel like you're where you need to be. But let's keep going here, Aries. Let's get some information. I do want to see why the 4 of Wands is here. It's a card that stuck out to me as very important in this reading, right? The 4 of Wands, soul family members here. I just feel like it's a healing experience. You know, it's like, let's see. Why is the 4 of Wands here, Aries? Four of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the Justice card here, Aries. So I do feel with this energy, the Justice card and the 4 of Swords and the King of Swords definitely get healing energy when it comes to balance in your life. Like, I feel like there's honestly some sort of chapter closing, but it's like a group of people that it's almost like the frequency I'm getting is like you did the work that you needed to do together. And now you're going to be moving on to a bigger phase. So I feel like if there was stress if you were like, there could have been like a lot of recent drama between you and people that you're very close to, but it comes to a close and it's like all harmonious. It's all good. But you may be feeling lonely, but it's because you're creating like your own thing, if that makes sense, Aries. All right. There also could be a water sign that you're going to be connecting to in the future. I am getting that, but let's go ahead to move to what you don't see coming. Let's see why the Knight of Wands is here and what you don't see coming, Aries, right? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Some of you definitely could be traveling for this upcoming week by yourself. It could be traveling to get to new love or some sort of new opportunity. Let's see. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Yeah, the Emperor has, it didn't come out yet, but Knight of Wands to the Emperor. One more. Knight of Wands in what you don't see coming is clarified by the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and also the Knight of Wands. Again, man, this duplicate energy keeps happening today. So the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Cups, I mean, very, very fun frequency. I feel like you could be entering into a relationship with a powerful person that knows how to have fun here, right? The Emperor, that's you, Aries, but it also could be the person you're dealing with. I don't know why I keep getting that. But the Two of Cups and the Knight of Wands here, there's some sort of adventure that you're going to go on that's very individual, right? The Emperor, you're standing alone, but you're going to create some sort of community or kingdom with other people. And so just be aware of that. It's a very empowered time for what you don't see coming. Like, I just feel like you're going to feel like you're alone for a while, though. So you could even be surrounded by people that you still feel like alone in the room with. But it's all good, Aries. Like, if you find yourself alone, it's where you're meant to be. And let's keep going to the advice from your spirit guys. Let's see why the Ace of Cups is here in the advice. It's funny, the Two of Cups has come out twice. So there could be a new relationship that's very fast moving that's coming in for you. Very plausible with the Two of Cups twice. There's a lot of fire and water in this reading. Let's see why the Ace of Cups is here. One more. Why is the Ace of Cups here for Aries? Ace of Cups in the advice is clarified by the Five of Swords, the Empress, and also the Five of Wands here. All right, well, 2 5s is a little bit controversial energy to the Empress here. So a lot of you here, there could be distractions that are going to take you off the path to your true love here, right? The Five of Swords to the Five of Wands, there could be people competing for your attention, Aries, whereas you're actually meant to be with one person. And I feel like deep down you know, even if you don't know who this person is, some of you could be traveling just to like create space to be with this person eventually. But I feel like there's a lot of false glittering bait that may tempt you into, because what did I tell you, Aries? Like, there's this path of you not being Peter Pan anymore. Peter Pan is like a pleasure-seeking person who doesn't take on any responsibility because they're just like, they're afraid of it. And so what I feel going on here is there could be someone, especially in love, the Ace of Cups here, who blocks that new love from coming into your life because you're just going to go back to someone, whereas you're actually meant to be. What did I tell you last week, Aries? That I told you last week that there's like this person that's like a lollipop it'll feel sweet and good, but it's temporary and will rot your teeth out. And I kind of feel like that's what this is talking about. So I feel like there's a lot of people that you have options to be with in love, but there's clearly some of that's destructive, and there's clearly one person that you're actually meant to be with here, the Empress here, to the Emperor that came out. So be very careful of who you give your energy to, Aries. Okay, be very careful about that. Because there's something about you taking the noble path, the valorous, more mature path this time. Like, the chapter that you're exiting is a little bit more immature, whereas right now you have at least you have an opportunity to really like create a legacy as an Aries, to be a leader, to be with someone who respects you, because the person that is competing for your attention doesn't actually respect you. There's something about that. Like, there's someone that you might go back to, but I don't think they're very loyal or something. Whereas there's someone here who's going to be loyal and make you very happy as long as you can be alone for a while. You know, let's see why the Two of Cups is here in your advice. Right? Yeah, let's see why the Two of Cups is here in your advice, Aries. Fuck, 27 minutes. There's no way this reading is 27 minutes. Let's see, why is the Two of Cups here? Two of Cups in the advice is clarified by the Queen of Wands. King of Wands is in the overall general energy. Five of Cups and the Seven of Cups here. So I do feel like there's advice. There's a soulmate here that you could be letting go of, and it's a choice that you have between people. Once again, I told you there's people competing for your attention, but there's one path of maybe an exciting path that leads to more of a destructive, like I keep getting Peter Pan energy, where the whole meaning of life can be so exciting when you take on a responsibility that is very challenging, and it's like a noble path. It gives you energy. It's what makes the suffering of life bearable. Whereas there's this other path for you of like almost messing around with, could be also a soulmate, but that's an over expired soulmate that is exciting, that makes you feel like, oh, this person's so hot, I just want to like have sex with them or something. But there's this other person who may be less exciting, but that's actually meant for you to build some sort of legacy as an Aries. It's loaded, but I just have to say what's coming through. So good luck to you, Aries. I think you're going to have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time. This is the Autistic Mystic.